Greetings and salutations, Dave, or I guess technically I should call you Dead on Dave. This is Christopher Daniels.
Hey everyone, it's the Native American Tonka. Want to give a big shout out to Dead on Dave.
Dave, this is Leon White, Big Van Vader.
Dead on Dave. What's up, man? It's the coach.
Hello, this is the hardcore legend Mick Foley, and I know when I want to keep up with the latest in wrestling news from around the world, I check in with Dead on Dave Productions. He covers a wide variety of wrestling topics, including the career of the hardcore legend. Don't miss it. Dead on Productions. Yeah.
What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Dead on Dave. Now, usually I start with a funny little anecdote and all that stuff, and things are a little bit different, and you guys are used to the high energy that I bring. But today's been a rough day. The last few days have been a really rough for me, so I wasn't feeling very good today. So I went to the hospital in emergency. And doctors did some blood work, and German doctors are very quick, very direct. They don't screw around like American doctors. And unfortunately, I've got some kind of bad news for everybody. I knew there was something wrong. I just didn't know exactly what. So I told the doctors that everything that was going on and how I was feeling, and that I was planning on taking a break from podcasting and everything, and they said that was probably a good idea because unfortunately I've been diagnosed officially with a very severe case of vaginitis, because the doctor said, how dare you consider missing your show? How dare you consider standing up your people who watch you every single week? How dare you not take a leaf blower and blow all the clitty litter right out of your vagina? Get your ass back in front of the mic, fat man. You're fine. So I'm
got
here.
Bedside manner on that guy.
Yeah, I know. Those doctors don't fuck around. So yeah, your boy Dead on Dave isn't feeling great. Yeah, I'm a little fucked up, as you guys know. I didn't go to the doctors. All that was bullshit. I'm fine. I'm just hurting, but I'm here to give you guys as much entertainment for as long as I friggin' can. If we go the 2 friggin' hours, we go the 2 friggin' hours. And you go watch Tommy C over at Shot from the Point. You watch him for an hour and a half. I don't give a shit what you do. But for the next however long, your asses belong to Dead on Dave, and we're going to do things dead on style. Joining me is my good friend, my co-host, my buddy, my partner, the glue of this community, Mr. Jesse J. What's going on, my friend?
Hey, buddy. You had me sad there for a second. I'm glad you came around.
Did I sell it well? I think I sold it well.
No, you did, actually. You did. It was pretty good.
I think I sold it well. I'm hoping people are freaking out. Like, what the fuck?
I was about to interrupt you in the middle of the sad part and be like, I'm sorry, Dave, to interrupt you there, but you're kind of sounding crackly. No, you sound better now. Like when I first came in, it was weird. It was like there was a wire loose or something. It was like a little crackly, but it was 5 seconds, and then you've been clear since. So maybe it was a Skype thing.
Okay, that's good.
But I was gonna make a bad joke about crack.
Say no to crack. Well, I hope I wasn't too crackly for too long, and hopefully the audio has improved since then.
Oh, you sound fucking great now. Sure.
Oh, thank you. You sound fantastic too. By the way, you posted a picture on Facebook. Do you know how attractive of a man you are?
Just go fuck yourself.
You are a handsome man. I'm dead serious. I'd fuck you, Jesse. I'm just saying.
Well, I'd fuck you too, but that's a different story.
You like fat chicks, so it's okay.
That's right.
I'm a fat chick. So we got all kinds of stuff going on, man. There's not a lot of mainstream huge things to talk about, so that kind of made building the show a little difficult. But luckily, so many things irritate the piss out of me. So basically, it's a rundown of that. But you guys know the name of the show by now. It's Viewer Questions. So this show is dictated by you guys. The more questions you guys have, the more I can answer. The longer we stay on, you give me purpose to continue to talk. But if the calls dry up and like my butthole on a Friday night, then I'm going to get the hell out of here and lay down and, I don't know, beat myself off and then kill myself. I don't know. We got a call already, so this will be interesting. Let's see what's going on.
You're going to go David Carradine on that last one, huh?
No, that's autoerotic asphyxiation now. Joe,
you're going to jump off and then kill yourself.
Oh, that is, I guess the same thing. Joe, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Okay, Dave, what you think Bears record is going to be this year?
The Bears?
Yes.
Really, really bad. Honestly, it's somewhere in a scale. I think it could be as bad as 5-11 or as good as 10-6. I don't know. This team is so different. John Fox.
I don't know shit about baseball, but
it's not
10-6 sounds pretty high.
Shut up, Jesse. John Fox, is a really good coach. I don't know what he's going to be able to get out of Cutler. The defense is going to a 3-4. I mean, there's so many changes. It's going to be very interesting to see how the Bears do this year. I'm glad you brought up football because I almost forgot something, and I'm glad you said something.
You mean this isn't hockey?
Hold on.
No, it's actually
Dave,
a pretty important. Hey, okay, well, get the fuck out. You're over the top rope. Thanks a lot for the call, Joe. That was bizarre.
Oh my god!
Ask a question that I have to leave. I'm actually glad he brought that up because football is right here. We're literally less than a month away. It's right around the corner. So I am not a fool. I know better to then go up against the NFL. I am not going to attempt to do so. So this will be the last episode of the season at Sunday at 1 to 3 p.m. No, we are moving to Saturdays. Same bat time, same bat channel, 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturdays from here on to the rest of the NFL season. You don't go up against the NFL. You just don't. Some people do. I choose not to. Saturday, 1 to 3 p.m., the official move for Dead on Dave Productions. We are moving, folks. Come join us.
Look at you planning and shit.
Well, Jesus, man. And come on. You can go up against the NFL. Jesus Christ.
Right?
Only a hockey fan would do that. I love you, Tommy C., wherever you are. Okay. So
laughing on the can at this.
You're on the toilet?
No, I said he's probably laughing on the can at this.
Oh, he's probably on the toilet. Yeah, more than likely.
Mm-hmm.
So before I get into the first story I want to talk about before we start getting calls rolling on in, how are you doing, Jesse? How's your life?
Oh, Jesus. No, doing good today, finally. Shit, sounds like everyone else is falling apart.
Yeah. You've been hearing me menstruate for the past couple of days, and you've been an unbelievable good supporting shoulder for me, and I appreciate that very much, good sir. But
that's what makes it all go around, doesn't it?
You know what I appreciate even more?
What's that?
A caller! We got a caller, Ra the Entertainer, the long-time caller. Guy's been calling in. He's always gold. What you got, Ra?
Nothing much, man. You swerved me, though. You got me. I can't lie.
You've been swerved.
No. The real swerve there would have been if you were like, and the doctor said, Jesse has cancer.
Oh God,
and
no, no. Jesus, wish cancer on Jesse? No way.
No, but I'm sure that would have been.
I really thought Dave was going to go
the
to
ultimate heel
cancer.
I thought about it, but I didn't want to go too deep. And vaginitis is hysterical. So
you didn't need it. I think your timing on that was actually perfect.
Yeah, it was a good bit. And vaginitis. Who doesn't laugh at vaginitis? Like, come on, taking a leaf blower to blow out the clitty litter. Come on, people. You're only getting that here.
Dude,
You're only
re-release it. Call it Dave has stage 4 vaginitis.
I'm clipping that, and yeah, I'm gonna say Dave has Dead on Dave with major medical announcement. Tragic medical news would be great. Yeah. What do you got, Rob? I'm sure you got something good, bud. What's up?
Have you been keeping up with any of the coverage for 2K16?
Not really, to be completely honest. I mean, some of it I have, but I mean, I'm not like, because I don't have any of the current systems. I don't really play the games anymore. If it gets released on Steam, I'll play it there, because I really only do my gaming on Steam now. So it's just one of those things.
They mentioned it might get a release for PC.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Yeah. Also, the modding would be absolutely fantastic.
Oh my god, it would be. That's probably why they haven't gone to PC to platforms, because they're afraid of the modding. You know how the modders are. It's gonna be nutso. So
the one thing I saw was Have you seen the Stone Cold promo he cut on Terminator?
Yeah, that was Jesus.
I didn't. I thought it was gonna be a lot worse than it was. To be honest, I thought it actually came out about as good as it possibly could have because the Terminator is really stupid and nobody cares. I don't know why they think they do.
You know what? I think it's stupid, and I don't really see the point of having Terminator in the game. However, we did get that incredible promo commercial for it, which was awesome, with all the wrestlers reenacting the classic Terminator scene. That was awesome, man. I loved it. That was worth it for me.
Can we just get Dean with a cigar at all times?
At all times.
Is that possible?
Dean for the next Wolverine. How about that? Someone's got to take Hugh Jackman's place. Might as well be Dean Ambrose.
There's a movement called Get Dean a Gun. So here's Get Dean a Gun and a cigar.
Ambrose a gun.
Give Ambrose a gun.
Yeah, exactly. Man, that would be pretty. That would be an attitude.
One of you two bitches are echoing, and whoever it is, I'm dumping. So I don't know who it is.
That very well may be me. So I'm about to head out anyways, man.
I appreciate the call though, Mr. Raw.
Be very gentle with that top rope.
I will be very gentle as I dump your Duffy ass right over the fucking rope. Take it easy, Raw. Raw the Entertainer, everybody. Hey, if you guys need something to do in the chat while we start getting things really rolling, taking more calls and getting into some of the other things that we're going to get into, you can go right and hit that like button because likes are free. And you can also go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you've yet to do it. Be a part of the next big revolution in the YWC, even though I hate that fucking saying. But I'm still, you're listening to the next hottest thing in YouTube. That is Dead on Dave. Be a part of it. We're about to hit 1,100 subs, and that's all thanks to you guys because you're awesome. So if you haven't subbed, go ahead and do that now. Also, if you want to support the channel in a more direct way, there are two main ways that you can do it. You can go ahead and buy a t-shirt or a copious cup from my merchandise store at www.deadondave.spreadshirt.com. You can get the Copious shirt, the Copious cup, and the Copious club shirt and hoodie, all designed by the great Isaac Rojas. Make sure you check that out. Also, if you want to do it in a more direct fashion and you don't get anything for it, just a little tip to your boy, go into the description of this show and donate. That's right. There's a link to donate. You can donate to your boy Dead on Dave and just say, hey, fat man, I appreciate what you do. Here's a tip. So many things that you could do in that respect. I hope you do one of them, or just comment. Keep the comment section alive. Jesse's in there fucking with people, I'm sure, as he always is. So, but now let's get to Pittsburgh boy, who is calling live. By the way, before you go on a tangent there, Pittsburgh, Jaren's trying to call in for some odd reason. I'm not able to take his call. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to say it's on Jaren. It's Jaren's fault.
Update your Skype.
Update your Skype, jerk. Pittsburgh Floyd 96. You're live with Dead on Dave and Jesse J. What do you got?
You had me scared there for a minute, man.
You're going to get that every caller that comes on, man.
Yay! I'm so happy. Oh my God, I wish I was Cronin sometimes because Cronin would have already played it 4 times. If this was the Cronin show, he would have already replayed it at least 4 times.
Oh my God.
Probably play tomorrow night.
Exactly.
Oh God, yeah, he might play it tomorrow night if he even hears it. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, he should. It was really good. Jesus.
I appreciate that. What you got, Pittsburgh boy?
Actually, I just want to talk about baseball for a couple minutes.
Talking baseball. Yeah, I'm all.
I just got back from my trip from Pittsburgh yesterday.
It doesn't need to be touch 'em all, Jesse. Baseball's always good to talk with. Look in the title. It's wrestling and sports talk, Jesse.
I don't see Jeff Huffman.
Suck it up, Buttercup. What do you want to talk about? Hopefully not the Pirates.
Oh boy.
Well, actually, I do. I was at the game on Friday night against the Dodgers.
The Dodgers, yeah, you guys are playing some good
El
ball.
Dodgers.
I tell you what, I'm surprised that the Pirates have won 2 games in a row against them. It really has surprised me.
I'm not. Pittsburgh's a really good team, man. As much as it disgusts my anus to say that out loud, it's just very true. This is a very good team, man. They're deep. They're just. I don't know if they're as good as the Dodgers, and honestly, right now, I don't know if they're as good as the way the Cubs are playing. The Cubs are playing the best baseball of the season right now for them, and nobody's as good as the Cardinals. But Pittsburgh's a very good team, and they have the pitching staff to be really, really disturbing in the playoffs.
Our base running, though, as of last couple games, I've noticed our base running looks awful.
It happens sometimes in the course of a season. You know, this is the dog days of summer, man. Everyone's getting tired. Everyone's getting a little bonky. They're in the middle of one of the most competitive playoff races that we've seen in a National League in a while. You know, the NL Central is probably the best division in baseball right now. I don't think there's a better division than our division. Maybe you can make an argument for the AL East, maybe, but even then, I don't even think they're 2 teams deep. We're 3 teams deep, and they're all going to be very good in the playoffs. So I think right now we're in the best division in baseball. And sometimes when you get into this part of the season, people start making mental errors. It happens. But you have veterans. You got great players. You got MVPs on that team. So I wouldn't worry about it.
And I just want to ask you, what do you expect to have happen tomorrow night on Raw?
Honestly, I'm predicting a really lackadaisical show. I haven't really heard or seen much about this Raw. I don't know what kind of things that we can expect from it. I don't know if Brock is going to be there. I don't know if The Undertaker is going to be there. I have a feeling this episode is going to get carried a lot by the Seth Rollins situation, but more likely even more the Wyatt situation. We got a donation. Rod the Entertainer donated $1. There, your voices of bread, cheddar, cheese, and I couldn't read the rest of it. But good job. Thank you, Rod the Entertainer, for donating $1. Yeah, I'm not sure. This Raw, I have a feeling it's going to be craptacular.
You know, I don't remember last week so well, but was it last week or the week before where they really had a autopilot type Raw?
It was an autopilot, but it wasn't bad. It was still a really good Raw.
No, I'm not saying bad. I'm just thinking like phoning it in. You know.
I don't even know if that's the right description, but yeah, but that would be.
Scared me.
It was last week's Raw, but this one I'm worried about. I don't know what's going to happen with it.
Is this go home show?
No, there's still one more. But the thing is, there's not a lot built for SummerSlam yet. There's not a lot of matches built.
Taker and Brock, that's all you need.
You're right. That seems to be. They went 4 hours, yet they're not talking about any other fucking matches. So I don't know.
Bigger than WrestleMania.
Bigger than WrestleMania. Let's see. You know, I want to know what's the current card right now. We got the winner takes all match, Seth Rollins and John Cena, which we don't know if is going to happen. The Undertaker and Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose versus the Wyatt family, or as I like to call it, 2/3 Shield versus 2/3 Wyatt, and Intercontinental Championship match, Ryback versus the Miz versus the Big Show. That's happening.
I think you're making
really?
a fucking cake. Yeah,
I thought
2/3
Sting was with Roman.
I'm gonna kill myself with that. What's that?
I thought at first Sting would have been with Roman for that tag match.
Yeah, that was the word going on. Was that's what was going to happen. But now it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. It's very much looks like it's going to be just these 4 people. So I don't know. It looks like Sting's not going to be there at all.
If he's smart, he'll never come back to WWE again.
Why? Why?
Well, I guess it doesn't matter.
Talvish, you dickhead.
Jesus Christ.
I put him on, and I was letting him sit there, and what does he do? He fucks up my call. Jesus. Get your shit fixed, you can call back.
Sting, I mean, if he wants to make some money, that's one. But, I mean, I guess it just kind of was ridiculous how they just dug into WCW one more time. It was really
I don't think it
stupid.
was. I think, you know what? I went in about it the other day. I have no problem with it. I'll say it again. I have no problem with Sting losing that match at WrestleMania. Absolutely no problem with it all. I think they did the right thing. I think it was done well. It was entertaining, and that's part of the reason why it was the right thing. And you know what? When you win, you get to dictate the rules, and guess what? They won. They don't have to be fucking gracious. Sting wants to be there. He knows that there's money to be made, and he wants to make a mark for himself. So he wants to have a WWE.
And Scott Hall. Scott Hall took that dirty back bump That was great.
Yes, he did. Speaking of Scott Hall, I got a story I want to talk about in a second. Pittsburgh boy, you got anything else?
Two more things real fast.
I did a terrible job of answering your Raw question. I'm really sorry about that. I'm really having a rough time.
As of right now, who do you see winning at SummerSlam, Taker or Lesnar?
Oh, Jesus, man. It all depends on what they're going to do after. Who I want to see and who I think are going to win are two different things. It might be the same thing. I think The Undertaker is going to win this match. I want Brock to win this match. I have a feeling they might be setting up a third match at WrestleMania. I don't think they don't need this match to set that up. That's the thing.
No.
I don't know.
Have a question. Have they put any stipulations on this match?
None. Not yet.
Okay, so what I'm wondering, what if they just had a knockdown, drag out match, and at the end of the match, they both just get I don't know. There's no pinfall. They just beat the shit out of each other.
I don't know if I like that. I don't know.
I don't know if I do either. I'm just trying to think of something different.
I'm trying to think of something of what they're gonna do. I don't see Brock putting the Undertaker down in this match, putting him down for shooting a dog. You know what I mean? Really putting the screws to him. I don't see that happening. Yeah. I see that happening in Texas at WrestleMania. That makes a lot more sense. I don't know. I think they booked themselves into a corner where the Undertaker has to win unless there's some screwiness happening at the end. Somebody making a debut, a return. Yeah. I don't know.
Well, it's got to be something, because that's kind of why I brought up my idea a minute ago, was because as much as I know it's all bullshit, it's a word, whatever. If Undertaker just wins, I'm not going to believe it. It's I watched this guy get tooled around last year. I'm not going to believe that he can just beat Lesnar that easy.
I think that's why they did the brawl. Because after that brawl, I'm like, man, the Undertaker can win this fucking fight.
Yeah, he can go now.
It looks like he's in much better shape, and the biggest thing is he's pissed. I think they should have driven that point home a little bit more. I think we should have heard. Yeah, we should hear more from the Undertaker. Why not have him on every single week and really talking about how pissed off he is, and just, I'm going to light your ass hair on fire, Brock, and take you down to Funky Town. Just some weird shit. Because why not? I don't know at this point. What else you got, Pittsburgh boy?
Yeah. I want to see Undertaker on Tough Enough.
Last thing I'll end off with is got to see my boy Jerome Bettis going to the Hall of Fame.
God, on that note, goodbye. No, I'm just kidding. The bus, yes, congratulations on Jerome Bettis making the Hall of Fame. He was fringe for me. I'm not really a big Jerome Bettis guy, but you really think he's a Hall of Famer? Really?
Absolutely.
Oh, God, goodbye. Took Jerome Bettis forever to get in the Hall of Fame. Jaron Walker, you finally figured out technology and you are joining us. What is up?
My call kept dropping. I had to delete and reinstall.
Bill?
Pay your bill, Dick.
No, I had to delete and then reinstall the app.
You probably had to update. Is all you had to do.
Oh, did I?
More than likely. And then when you reinstalled it, it uninstalled the new update.
Yeah.
All right. I still never gotten my apology for that John Cena Seth Rollins thing.
You did. You did get it.
No,
I said
didn't.
yes. Then you haven't been listening to the shows, because I did say it. I said it on air not that long ago. I also tweeted out about it, and you're not getting anything else. So suck it.
Okay. Well, do you think that Sheamus will cash in?
No, I don't. I've been wrong about this whole goddamn feud, mainly because I was coming from a point of logic. And when I was saying those things before, the thing was, I didn't care. That nose breaking thing and seeing seeing John Cena and Rollins go together. Now I'm a little excited about it. So now I actually care about this match, and I kind of want to see it. Actually, more than kind of. I do want to see it. And I'm excited about the fact that this is going to be a long-term feud. So I don't know if Sheamus is going to be cashing in. I got a feeling that Seth is the long-term champion, man. It seems like that's the way they're going to go, which usually happens with these Weasley fuck champions. I don't know why we're surprised at the fact that he's held the title as long as he can. I mean, look how long The Miz held the title. Weasley fuck champion, It's going to be interesting to see how Seth rebuilds the Authority. You got to figure some new members have got to be brought in at some point, right? I mean, keep the Authority strong. But it also kind of looks like Triple H and Stephanie are going face. So I don't know. It's very weird.
Who needs the win?
I think Seth needs to win. Cena doesn't need.
He needs a good win. Like he needs one
really
that's not
bad.
like not a run in or not nefarious. He needs like a real win so we can think so he's not a strong champion right now.
Yeah. Breaking Cena's nose is the most badass thing he's done, and then what he said on SmackDown about it was even more badass. I love the things that he said about it. It's cool that he's going on about it and being kind of braggadocious with it. I mean, he did break the man's nose in a really spectacular fashion.
Oh my god. He gave John Cena fucking John Cena's got more respect now than he ever has, probably.
Hells yeah.
Just from taking it.
He gave him a nose period and he fucking kept on fighting through it. It was wonderful.
A nose period.
A nose period. That's right.
What's given name family in the chat? Hang on, Jared. Says anybody else notice that Undertaker sounded like Hank Hill when he screamed, "You're gonna have to."
Damn it, Bobby. You're gonna have to. They were the ones who were a whacking. Yeah, he did a little bit, but I loved that. I loved it. I'll kill you! You're gonna have to! I loved it. Before we get to more awesomeness that comes out of Jaren's suckhole, let's talk about something that I've been wanting to get to since the beginning of the show because it's hilarious. So there's all kinds of uproar, and I'm getting tired of the PC garbage, man. I gotta be honest. I'm usually one to advocate, hey, you got to be careful with some of the things you say, blah, 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 because I'm all about protecting the money, because that's important to me. But I got to be honest here, man. Sometimes it goes overboard in the wrestling business in particular. It really goes overboard. And we got a really good example of that last night as Paige tweeted out a video of her with her really sexy ass and kind of messed up pin that she used to do where she would just slither on somebody's body. And she tweeted and said the referee was too distracted to count the pin. And Scott Hall responded to the tweet with this: "Such a naughty girl. I have a good mind to bend you over my knee and spank you." It's a real tweet from Scott Hall. So the first thing I thought was like, oh my God, he's drunk. But because that's where I go to. But I didn't really think it was a big deal. Well, apparently Twitter did, and everybody did, and everyone's freaking out, writing Scott Hall about, oh, you're disgusting pig and all of this shit. So Paige comes back and she says, people are taking this way too seriously on Twitter. It's obviously a joke. Plus, I like it. Ha ha. I love Paige just for another reason.
Wait a second.
Then shit got real. Scott Hall takes to Twitter and goes fucking ham on people. It's great. So somebody talks some shit. He responded to random WWE 1043. It was a joke between she and I. I've met her, unlike all the judgmental Twitter police. Why is everyone obsessively PC? He'd go on to say to Ninja Potts, I've met Paige. I made a joke commenting on the sexually suggestive video she posted. Nothing more. I don't apologize. Then he continues. It's called Twitter. How serious can you take it? People need to climb off their high horses and lighten up. He goes on and keeps going to the something Maynard. She's an adult. So am I. It was a joke commenting on her sexually suggestive cover of her opponent and nothing more. So then to Paige's comment that people are taking this way too seriously on Twitter, obviously it's a joke, plus I like it, Scott Hall responds, I can't believe how blown up a simple joke got. If you don't post inappropriate vids, I won't make inappropriate comments. Deal? And then he puts the capper on it, and this is why I love Scott Hall. To all the people in Twitterland who can take a joke, good night. To all the judgmental pricks, hashtag blow me. Fucking right. I love Scott Hall when he goes ham. And I don't think that he had any vodka in his hand either. I think he was very aware of what he did. And you know what? He's 100% right. Fuck all these people. What did he do? What did he say? Someone that he obviously knows. He made a funny little remark about it. And even if it was sexually suggestive, I'm going to spank her. Who the fuck cares? This is not that big of a deal. Yeah. But he's...
back in the 90s, he would have sniffed coke off her breast.
That's right. He would have took a freaking vodka shot out of her anus. And that was just a couple of years ago. So, who the fuck knows? It's crazy. It's just I don't get. Look, oh no, he's sexually objectifying her. She's a goddamn WWE diva. Do you see what she fucking wears? Do you see what she wears? What the fuck? She wears fishnets. No good girls wear fishnets. No good girls wear fishnets. Just doesn't happen. That's in the non-good girl handbook. No fishnets.
The non-good girl handbook.
That's right. Hashtag blow me. Hey, yo. I love it.
Hey, yo.
Love it. Hey, blow me.
Hey, ho.
Hey, ho.
Hey, yo.
So where you guys weigh in on this situation instead of just saying hey, ho over and over? I want some actual good, cohesive thoughts from you two. I know I'm asking a lot, but give it a shot.
That was cold-blooded.
Yeah,
Fuck you, buddy. Everybody loves me.
Yeah, that's true. That's
No,
true.
I really
you're
agree with what you
You're the
said.
Katie Couric of this bunch. There's no question.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Oh, Jared, wow. Jesus.
Go
No,
ahead,
I agree
Jared.
with you, man. I think it's all blown out of proportion, and I'm actually very surprised that it got handled so well. As far as,
Yeah, I agree.
I think everyone's too used to the PG product.
I don't think the PG product has anything to do with it. It's the PG.
I think people are
it's-
just a bunch of... Yeah. Go ahead.
It's the PG society. Look, WWE went PG because they had to. Fuck everything else. They had to do it. Society changed. Everybody's got a stick up their ass. You can't do anything.
Or a selfie stick.
Or a selfie stick, yeah, unless you're Miley Cyrus or the Kardashians, you can't do anything sexual. Unless you're those motherfuckers. If you're those fucking people, then you can do whatever you want. You can fuck teddy bears on stage, and it's completely fine. You can twerk on goddamn Robin Thicke. Yes, goddamn Papa Seaver's spawn. Yeah, there's a Growing Pains reference, kids. I know I just dated myself.
I was gonna say, there's so many people that are gonna have to Google
What?
that.
I got a growing what? And what is he talking about? The Seavers, motherfucker. I grew up on the Seavers. The Seavers raised me more than my mom did. Okay, so that one's for the kids. That was one for the kids, no question.
Miss Cleaver.
Miss Cleaver. I don't know where I was going with all that. I forgot.
Nice.
I'm so distracted.
Society. Bunch of pussies.
Yeah, a bunch of pussies. That's right. I talked about my vaginitis, but the reality is society has a big heaping helping fucking spoonful of clitty litter stuck all up in their vaginas. And what we need is an industrial sized goddamn vacuum to suck that shit out. Suck out the clitty litter. Hashtag suck out the clitty litter. We need the clitty litter gone because sandy vaginas kill more people than fucking anthrax, okay? I'm telling you, we need to do something about the clitty litter problem in America. Fuck, not just America, the fucking world. It's crazy, except Japan. Those motherfuckers have a hand job fucking show on game show. Have you seen that shit? That's crazy.
Wait, what?
There's I swear to God, I'm not making this up. I watched it's hysterical. There's a show in Japan where there's these weird nerdy guys that go sing karaoke, right? And you're like, okay. And there's a curtain that's blocking their dick because their dick is out, and a hot Japanese chick is jerking them off as they're singing karaoke.
Oh my God!
I swear to God, this is a real thing.
What?
Jesus, that's great.
Yes, and it's so funny. They're trying to sing karaoke as they're getting jerked off, and they have to go until they come, and then you see the cum on the ground, but they blur the cum. It's hysterical.
Brad, the time of my life.
Yeah, but the funny thing is that would have been even more funny, but they're only singing Japanese songs. They're doing that for racism. It's
You know,
great.
they sing little Terry Funk out there.
It's so funny. And like
Sunday, Monday. Oh God.
There's a few different girls who do the jerking off, and there's this one chick who's like she's the prototypical like stereotypical like Japanese nurse that just. Oh God!
wow.
Yeah, she's so sexy, and she puts her face like right next to the guy's face, and she's jerking him off as he's trying to sing. It's fantastic.
My God, that's
Japan is fucked up. Eddie N will tell you if Eddie N is in the fucking chat, he'll tell you this exists. When he watches this, Eddie N, tell everybody this exists. That I'm not fucking crazy.
Oh, I believe you.
I'm telling you, it's great.
See it.
I love Japan.
Me too.
Sounds like a Joe. It sounds like a Joe Cronin production or something.
I'd go on that show. I'm a great singer, and I'm great at getting jerked off. Jesse, you know.
Do opera?
I can do opera.
Do opera.
I can do opera. No, I can't do opera. What's going on, everybody in the chat? I haven't been reading anything. I don't know if you guys are saying anything of good content, but I'm sure you are. I know Frenchie Ben is in there tearing shit up. Mo Bunk has been there for 7 hours talking shit. Given name, family name is I want Paige to kill me with her ass. That's fantastic. It's just good time. So if you're sitting in the chat, you need something to do, go ahead and hit that like button or go into this description box and be like Raw the Entertainer and donate. Because give me a little tip. Say, good job, fat guy. I love what you're doing. Here's a tip. Enjoy the money. Enjoy it. And I'll try to. I'll see what I can. Raw the Entertainer, his message that I didn't get a chance to read is, I hear voices in my bread. It's cheddar cheese and honey ham. That's hysterical because it's a RKO thing. I hear voices in my bread. It's cheddar cheese and honey ham. But you got to finish it. That's what I think that's what he was trying to do.
Yeah. Hey, wait. Frenchie Ben says it's called Glory Hole Karaoke.
Well, it's not a glory hole though, man. She's standing right next to him. It's hysterical.
Oh God!
And there's like there's the sexy nurse, and she's like really like she just has big boobs that are like wanting to pop out of this gown that she's wearing. But other than that, it's relatively conservative for someone jerking you off. That is. And then there's like
they cover the cock.
Yeah, they cover the cock. You don't get to see the cock. There's a curtain, but you see him jizz.
You probably wouldn't see it anyway. It is Japan.
I don't know. It's pretty crazy. Hi-oh, that's right. My Ed McMahon is here. That's right. But then there's the other chick that I saw doing it, and she's like super nasty hentai Japanese lady, and it is kind of scary. Like I couldn't have her jerk me off. I'd be way too intimidated. Like you got to be gentle. You got to
don't break it, sweetheart.
Don't break it. If you're gonna break it, kiss it and make it better. I don't know. Fuck. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. How do you sign up for that job?
Price is right, my ass. Can we have that on every morning?
I know, right? That's
what I want to know. What time is this shown? Like they're eating their fucking breakfast and they watch this shit, or
probably
like
not. It's gotta be. I doubt it's a breakfast show, Jesse. Like this doesn't follow Dora and fucking Blue's Clues. I highly doubt that.
Hey, Blue found a blowjob.
The dildo. The dildo.
Oh God.
That's right.
Where are we going?
Porno Shack. Where are we going? Where are we going? In his crack. Okay. So
let's go to the mailbox. Oh wait, what?
Let's go to the mail hole. Let's go to the mail hole. What's a mail hole? It's Uranus. Anyways. So hey, we are taking your calls live on sports, wrestling, and apparently Japanese weird fetishes. You can go ahead and call in on Skype. David Vancura, DavidVancura. Hope you guys are enjoying the new memes in the slideshow today. Some fan-made memes I threw in there. So thank you guys very much for everybody who put into that. Much appreciated. Much love. So,
Hogan, Shawn Michaels selling the fucking Hogan thing is the best.
I know,
one.
I love that. The oversell where he's just flopping. I like the midget wrestler getting kicked off the ring ropes.
Yeah.
I love that because he's wearing a little gorilla costume and it's hysterical. It's so funny.
Yeah, that's great.
I love midgets, man. I really do. I do wish that they would be changed to fun size, just like I wish retards would officially be changed to mongoloid. But that's just because I enjoy those names. I like Mongoloid as the official name of all retarded people. I don't care what type of retardation you have. I think I'm Mongo, so it's okay. And fun size for midgets. Like, I would call Peter Dinklage fun sized, and I wouldn't give a fuck about it. I'd be like, oh, look at this fun sized actor.
I like making him laugh. It's fun to get a rise out of him.
Oh, that's some real lowbrow humor right there, Jesse.
Nice. Can I mention something real quick?
Of course you can.
I made
That's
a
why you
comment.
called.
What happened?
Of course you can. That's why you called.
Oh, okay, cool. So I made a comment on your video like a few days ago. I just want to make it public. So you remember the whole submission sorority thing with Paige
Sorority, yes.
Charlotte? No, I'm see a sorority, and people Googled it. People Googled it, and of course, what popped up, right? So then they WWE had to change the name. Then on SmackDown, you heard the New Day say, "Hey, we want some New Day." You know the actual lyrics for that song is, right?
We want some pussy. Yeah.
See, those things aren't the reason why I'm like angry though. The only reason I'm angry is because their argument for China not being in the Hall of Fame, because if you Google her name.
No, you see, this is why I didn't respond to your stupid comment, because how stupid of it was. Yes, it's a dumb comment, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you exactly why. For one, that wasn't his entire explanation as to why China's not in. It was part of the long-winded explanation that he gave. Now, and it was completely justified. And what they do on screen with an accidental use of a phrase. Now, yes, somebody should have been doing a little bit more research into the submission sorority. Now, there's no question about that. If you're going to give a name, you need to trademark it. I'm kind of surprised that they didn't come across it, because you got to figure they would have trademarked it, because they trademark everything. So that's a little surprising. With the New Day thing, that's nothing, because it's just they put new words to an old freaking, we want whatever. And which I believe is even chants like that have existed for a long time. So again, I don't see anything there. It's not a comparable situation to the China thing, which is a completely different animal altogether, because we're not talking about... Well, no, because she has a cock. But we're not just talking about the X-Pac thing. She went on to have an actual fucking porn career where she takes it in the ass and she does all these fucking things. If they don't want them representing that, that's completely on them.
She played the Hulk.
That's that's completely on them. If they don't want her representing them in the Hall of Fame, just like if they don't want Hulk Hogan representing the company right now, they have full rights to do that. And I don't find anything hypocritical about it. Now, if you want to take the argument, well, what about all the girls that they loaned the Playboy? Now, that's a different argument altogether. Because
So that was my next point, yeah.
But it's also a different time. It had this stuff.
Take things in your ass in Playboy.
Yeah, that's right. There's no butthole pleasures in Playboy. That's right. If this was still 1998, then China being in porn wouldn't matter.
At the top of the list.
It wouldn't matter. But the reality is the WWE, and this is once again to the point that I made earlier, the WWE is more cognizant, and they have their fingers on the pulse of what society is like right now, and they're fucking insane. And that's the reality of it. That's why they keep it balanced the way they do. And I don't know.
You're 100% right. And they've had to find this weird balance lately of, because let's face it, the wrestling fans are their biggest audience, always will be. Yeah. You can get some people to tune in now and again, but they need to also, we weren't liking it. We weren't digging the PG shit. So they're trying to find this fine balance, but business wise, they always have to be looking at society.
Yeah. And what they've done to accommodate us is they've upped the wrestling. They've found the best talent that they can get that would come with the WWE, and they're continuing to get them. Nobody is talking about this, and it's driving me absolutely crazy. Why is nobody excited about Yuha Nation being in NXT, making his debut at fucking NXT TakeOver in Brooklyn? Why is nobody else excited about this? Have they not seen this fucking guy? Do they not see what this guy is capable of?
No, he's just black. That's why people don't like
He's black, yes, but he's 6'1", so he's not unbelievably tiny. He's 6'1". He flies like a son of a bitch. So Ian Sloan fucking compared him to Flash Funk a little bit, which I thought was a terrible goddamn comparison. But that's okay. Usually most of the things that Ian Sloan says are terrible anyway. # Ian Sloan sucks. And I love that guy. I love fucking with him too. It's great. But this dude, he's a powerhouse. He's friggin' ridiculous, man. He's strong as shit. He's got a good gimmick. He's got a good look. And now he's going to get to show his stuff on the WWE stage, and they're going to fix some of the things that he may have been doing that was not getting him over in a more effective manner. And we're going to be able to see what he does on this stage. It's going to be pretty cool. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody's talking about Yuha Nation. It's driving me crazy. And
I think Hulk Hogan. No, I'm sorry.
Oh God!
And now his name is going to be Apollo Crews, and I fucking love that.
Oh God!
I love it. I love that.
Hulk Hogan
really
should have saved
Apollo
Patrick.
Crews?
What?
What, Jaron?
What? Oh no! Is it really going to be Apollo Crews?
Yeah, that's his name. It's Apollo Crews.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
No, I made it up to fuck with your mind, Jaron.
So this is a dumb question, but you think Hogan would have been all right if he'd just saved Patrick?
Jesus. Oh God, Jesse. Probably not. Let me tell you something, dude. That's right. So it's great. You know, speaking of this whole thing with the balance and, you know, Yuha Nation coming in and learning a new style. Who was it? Paige? It was Charlotte. I can't remember. It might have even been Becky, or it might have been one of the guys. There was an interview I watched recently. It might have been Finn Balor, but they were talking about, and I believe Stone Cold asked this question about the difference between working your style on the independents and in other organizations and then coming into WWE and learning the WWE playbook. The way, I think it was during that Paige interview that this was stated. And whoever it was, I believe it was Paige, made this really good comment about what it is that they do to make the changes. The biggest thing that they do, that these kids in NXT or these veterans in NXT learn, is how to play to a worldwide audience. Because a lot of times the independent circuits, and for those of you who go to independent shows, you'll notice this, it's small because they play to a small thing. They're not worried about the camera angles, the different spots they have to worry about when they get to these bigger arenas. That's something that is really highlighted down in the Performance Center. I think that's very important to continue establishing a global brand like WWE is. So it was just something I found interesting that I finally heard somebody bring up. What do you guys think of that?
What do you mean worldwide? I mean, I get it, but like, I still think that they can give them a little more control over what they do.
Well, that's not what I'm talking about. That's not the argument here.
What do you mean then?
Well, talking about like how to regardless of what they're going to do when they come out and do their entrance, WWE, the Performance Center, what they're doing is, and you see Triple H actually. There's videos of him getting hands-on with a lot of these people and showing them like how to face the camera the proper way, how to have the right profile so everybody can see exactly what you're doing, how to get the most connection with the camera. Because when you get to WWE, you're not just connecting with that audience, the 200, the 400, the 1,500, the 8,000, the 20,000, whatever it may be that are in the audience. You're connecting to millions of people who are watching you at home, and you have to make a different connection. So I think that's why the Performance Center is so unique and so revolutionary and so goddamn cool, is because that's what they teach you. It's one of the most important things that you learn there that you're not learning in any other organization. You're just not, because there's no need for it. You look at anywhere else on the planet. TNA, does TNA even do backstage segments anymore? Since James Storm tried to kill Mickey James, or did kill Mickey James, it's a long way down. Yeah. I don't know.
No, I mean, I get what you're saying though, because if you can't like connect to the audience watching you, like, and you're not interesting, who's gonna want to see you? Like, nobody's gonna buy your merchandise, nobody's gonna want to, buy your action figure or come to see your matches. So it's important to connect with the audience, or else nobody's gonna appreciate what you do, and that's one of the most important things in being a WWE superstar. So
exactly, being any type of a performer that goes, and you know what, I acted a little bit when I was a kid. I did some play acting and stuff, and like I had delusions of being an actor for about 5 minutes. And it's kind of the same thing. When you're playing in front of a crowd in a small little theater, that's one way of connecting. But if you're getting filmed, or if you're doing what like Jesse, you and I are doing right now, podcasting, you have to be entertaining in a completely different way. Now, whether or not you want to call it we're doing entertaining, that's completely subjective, and it's up to you. But I like to think we're fairly entertaining. It's because we go to try and connect in different ways. So it's that same type of mindset. It's all about connecting and how to connect in different mediums. Because doing something live for a crowd of 50 is a lot different than doing something live on YouTube and trying to connect with many people, not just your live audience, but for the people who are going to be watching later. So it's kind of cool. I think it's...
Yeah. You have to keep in mind, like, people that have never seen you, if you want to catch them the right way.
Exactly.
Everything. And
that's what WWE has really become very cognizant of in recent years, because that's the whole point of NXT, kids. It's trying to bring the sustainability of the wrestling brand, and not only the wrestling industry, but obviously WWE at forefront of that, around and keep it prominent and important. And by developing superstars and developing wrestlers and showing them how to do things on a much bigger platform, I believe they're accomplishing that. NXT has been great for a lot of different reasons, but I think this is one of the biggest reasons that doesn't get talked about nearly enough, is what they're doing to help these new talents connect. Some people are natural. Kevin Owens naturally can connect with anybody. There are other people, Roman Reigns, who need a little coaching on how to connect, because he's just like, I'm beautiful.
Coaching.
I need some because Dead on Dave wants to fuck me. You know, it's
Wait.
Yeah, I'd fuck him. I'd let him fuck me too. I've said this many times. I'd fuck a fart out of Roman Reigns. That man is gorgeous.
Oh my God.
Gorgeous. I'd fuck a fart out of that man.
Terry have to kill you, though.
No, that's Dean Ambrose. She'd kill me over Dean Ambrose. I'd let fucking Roman Reigns hollow me out like a goddamn canoe. I have no problems with that. Absolutely. I got two people I'm obsessed with on that level. It's Lana and Roman Reigns. In that order, kids.
Try that next time you... I just want someone to try that with their wife. Like, I'm going to hollow you out like a canoe, baby.
Is that like... Oh, God.
Yeah. That's right.
There's going to be no water.
But see, the reason why I brought up that talk about the WWE Performance Center and NXT and everything is because I read this article. And since nobody else is calling in, I'm going to go ahead and get another one of my grievances. If you want to call in and get your voice heard, I'll kick Jaren off for you so you can go ahead and call in.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't care about you, man. David Vancura, DAVIDVANCURA. You can go ahead and I'll take your call. But until that time comes, I'm going to talk about something that irritated the living shit out of me. I read this article. It was my Yahoo feed gets wrestling articles from every hack wrestler. I think I've seen one of mine show up. That's how hacky the feed is. Yeah, it's that bad. So there's this really big hack one about talking about why NXT has seemingly lost its luster recently, which I don't even think that's the case personally, because I think last week's episode of NXT was one of the best ones they've had in a really, really long time. And they're talking about how there's injuries in NXT and how they're replenishing the roster. Well, that's the entire fucking point of NXT, is to get people up to the main roster and then build new stars, whether bringing people in from the indies or building their own guys that they've recruited from other forms of athletics, whatever, to become wrestlers themselves. And that's what I think they're doing. Yes, we're getting squash matches. Yes, we're getting different types of matches that we didn't see from NXT before, but it's because of the building process that they're having to do. Is that going to be everybody's cup OT? Absolutely not. But I definitely don't think there's anything wrong with the NXT product, because let's face it, it's still the best balanced wrestling you're going to watch on a weekly basis. It's just plain and simple. And I love it. I'm loving NXT. I love they're building new stars. I love that they're bringing in older stars to work with them. Samoa Joe and Rhino was so much fun to watch on last week's NXT. I love that. So there's just a lot. What do you guys think of that, man? Do you think that the shine is off of NXT? And if that's the case, how do they fix it?
Well, it depends how many blacks they got.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
Jesse. What am I going to do with you, Jesse?
I mean, no. I mean, they're not. The NXT crowd isn't booing because it's in Brooklyn.
What's that?
The NXT crowd isn't booing because it's in Brooklyn. They're booing because they're going to have a black guy on the show.
Oh, God. Jaren. You know, these things are acceptable from Jesse, but they're not acceptable from you, young man. You're
acceptable. But he's right.
I'm gonna go into the chat and see if there's a couple little questions.
Well, make
here.
sure you're getting fucking no.
Ian Sloan, do you think Emma is a young Stacy Keibler? Canoe burrowing, LOL. No, she's not a young Stacy Keibler. Canoe burrowing, LOL. Okay, that was funny.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. Yeah, Lana, Frenchie Ben, Lana is first. Don't worry. Lana is first. Let's see. Rod the Entertainer's calling in. Rod the Entertainer, you're calling in. I promised that if somebody else called in, I'd kick off Jaren, so goodbye, Jaren. Rod, what you got for me, bud? Raw. Speak. Raw. Oh, no. He left. Oh. I kicked off Jaren for nothing, but it's okay. People hate him anyway. Everybody hates him. That's funny. Raw, are you back? What's up? Raw's still dead. I don't know what to tell. What hell, man? I have no idea. So, okay. D the T soft. I don't know. How many of the same black jokes can these guys tell? Not these guys. Jesse and Jaren. Dave doesn't make black jokes. I'm a classy broad. Okay? I'm a classy broad. Jess, how many of the same black jokes can you tell?
Well, they vary.
They do vary.
No.
All right, Jared, I brought you back in since I got stood up by Raw.
Yeah, you don't think I was paying attention? I know he didn't answer.
Well, I did. He did. Oh, he's trying again. So goodbye. Raw the Entertainer. Hopefully your microphone's working now. What you got?
Yeah, no. What ended up happening was it would not stop ringing, and I couldn't make it stop ringing, so I had to go into app settings and fucking force it to stop, which was stupid. But okay, I basically wanted to comment about the page situation. I had to actually go get ready, so I haven't been able to listen that much since I left the chat.
What did you want to talk about? I'm sorry, I was not paying attention at all.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's okay.
I was reading a comment, totally didn't. Oh, Paige, what about her?
The Paige and Scott Hall incident.
Yeah, I covered it.
The main issue, yeah, I heard about it from you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
The main issue is not that he actually said it. It's Paige's fans. The way that they reacted.
Oh,
because
yeah.
most of her fans are fucking losers like me that fucking are obsessed with her. So it's just like this group of people that are like offended by what he said because they feel like they know Paige and they know blah, 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 but it's not at all the case.
Well, all wrestlers have those type of fans. They all have those type of fans.
But she had... This is a quick story just to, you know...
Before you do your quick story, hold on one second. Was there something in the chat I want to address? Real quick. I'm sorry, bud. But there's something in the chat I want to address. Adrian Brown says, the reason... what I was talking about the NXT stuff, he goes, it was very top-heavy. Triple H put a lot of stake in the NXT 5, Balor, Hideo, Zayn, Neville, and Owens, and hasn't put a ton into the other development. I don't think that's true, but I'll tell you why in a second, because he has another comment. Same can be said for the women. After Banks, Charlotte, Lynch, and Becky, it's pretty mediocre after that. I don't think that's necessarily true either. This is how I'm going to retort to that. It's called NXT, right? But what are they doing? It's called developmental. This is about developing your stars. So, yes, you're going to have your 5-6 top studs, and then you got that next mid-card, the next group of guys like Tyler Breeze, Solomon Crow. See, there's other names to talk about. Enzo Amore, Big Cass. There are other guys down there that are being built to that level. Even guys like Baron Corbin and friggin' Bull Dempsey, who now has this hilarious fat guy gimmick, which is starting to actually turn the corner a little bit. And the women, the same can be said. They're getting a lot of women who have prior experience, like this Jessica Kay and a couple of the others that have prior experience that aren't going to need as much work. But then you got people that have been completely built up, like Carmella, like Alexa Bliss. There is another group of women after those four that are starting to emerge. But here's the thing: when you only have an hour show, you're only going to be able to focus on how many names that I mentioned there, 10, 11 names. How many more names can you focus on in an hour show a week? That's one of the reasons why if you go back and watch NXT over the past few months, you've been seeing other matches with the Mojo Rawleys, with the Jason Jordans, with all these new guys that they are building up. So I don't think anything that you said in that comment, Adrian Brown, was correct. If you just go back in the recent history and look at what they've been doing, building for the future. So yeah, there's my rebut to that. I'm awesome. But go ahead, Ra. I'm sorry to just completely derail your little story. I just didn't care that much.
It is totally good.
But it's okay.
I don't blame you. It's not that interesting. But there was this, when she first got called up from NXT,
yeah.
I had followed her on Instagram.
Okay.
I started noticing these kind of like weird comments from like a specific few people. And they progressively got worse.
Yeah.
Like to the point of, it's one thing for like, some, losers to be like, I want you to sit on my face. Like, it's whatever. But it's another thing for people to comment things like, I want to cut you open and fuck your wound. Like,
yeah, that's kind of
you
sick.
Just can't. Yeah. And there were
it's
a
okay
few
for
different
me
people
being the
saying
douchebag that I am to say I'd let Roman Reigns hollow me out like a canoe. And it's a completely other thing to write that to Roman Reigns, which I have not done because that would be sick and depraved behavior. I let Jesse do that for me.
And plus, you're not talking about cutting him open and fucking him. So
no, but I would fuck him. I would fuck him. I would.
I don't blame you. He's a beautiful man.
He's a beautiful man. He's ridiculously
Superman
beautiful.
fist
Oh my, yes, right in my fucking poo hole. That'd be amazing. Ra, you got anything else? Because I got another caller and he's great. Well, no, he's not, but it's okay.
I like noticed them and they progressively got worse. And each picture she posted, there would be like different comments every like 3 minutes from like the same dude.
Oh, okay.
Like,
so
it was
it's a small
really
group of
creepy.
people. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a smaller group of people, but it was all the same kind of comments about wanting to murder her and shit like that. And eventually her mom stepped in. I ended up sending a message to her mom kind of apologizing, like, this is not what, our fans,
Well,
this
you're
is not
in
a
that same
reflection
boat
of-
then. You didn't have to do any of that shit.
Oh, that's true.
True. You're doing the exact same presumption as those people, just in the opposite. Nobody needs you to be their white knight, Mr. Raw. But you know what? It's good on you for doing
that's
it.
true. It was totally a white knight thing to do, and I was younger back then.
Oh,
But-
this guy in the chat, he'll love white knights. Jesus.
Yeah. Oh my God, Jesse.
Maybe he'll like. I went on the other side of the spectrum. That's just for you, buddy.
Great story, Raw. You got anything else?
Yes, and her mom ended up messaging
Christ.
back
You're
a few
still,
times.
The story
and
I've tried to derail this story like 4 times, but he keeps going.
It's this one last thing. Apparently, they had to like get a restraining order on these like couple of dudes.
Yeah.
And then they've been violating it for like years. I mean, it is just incredibly fucking creepy.
Yeah, that's an incredibly fucking boring story is what that was, Rod. Jesus Christ.
It was better in my head. I do apologize.
You know what? I'm with you. I know how that feels. I can't be too mean. You donated $1, so.
That was my airtime I paid for. Thanks for letting me waste it.
You're welcome. Thank you, Rob the Entertainer, as always. Dynamite drop in. Take it easy.
There we go.
Rob the Entertainer back over the top rope. Stephen Kethel, you are live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Hey, thanks for taking my call, Dave. I know you've just been flooded with phone calls. I'm glad to be on here.
You got to stop that terrible accent. You've got to stop the terrible accent right now. I
really?
swear to God,
Really?
It's horrible. What the fuck?
Well, you know, I'm trying new things.
Well, try drugs. Don't try accents.
Oh, suicide.
Crikey.
All right. Well, first thing I want to talk about is have you heard about Eva Marie? They're thinking about making her the top diva over Lana.
Okay, I got to stop you right there. You're reading bullshit fucking articles from the worst. Remember that shit story I just told about getting flooded on YouTube with hack journalism? You read one of those. Yes, I read that same stupid article. There's absolutely no credence to that fucking article. I'm going to give everybody a clue right now. I'm going to give everybody the only place that I truly fucking get any goddamn credible or well-written fucking information from. It's WrestlingInc.com. Raj Jari does a fantastic job with that fucking website over there. Yes, some stupid shit does get through, but 95% of the stuff there is credible. It's that's the biggest thing. It's well written. You're not going to find a lot of these hacky fucking stories that you see at the Inquisitor and other goddamn places. No. If they fucking, like, I can't even tell you all the reasons why this is stupid. You know what? Maybe it's so stupid that it's true. Because Eva Marie is at NXT right now, where she is going to be for the very foreseeable future. So to say that her push is coming at the expense of Lana right now is absolutely retarded. Second, who is not hearing how fucking over Lana is? Who's not hearing how crazy people are getting every time she comes out? For 2 seconds, they are not over it. They're doing it so smart because they're not doing what they did with Sable. Sable had 4 or 5 goddamn segments a show.
Yeah.
Lana's getting 30 seconds to 2 minutes, and she's owning it. And every time she comes out, she starts looking even better and better.
They make you want it. They make you want more of it.
They would be foolish to do something like for one, where is this is how I knew that damn article was hacky and stupid, because where is it written that only one person can get a push at a time? Why would fucking Eva Marie's push come at the expense of Lana's push? It makes no sense at all.
Oh God, that sounds horrible.
Why does that make sense? Well, we can only push her. I don't know why Finkel's in this conversation. We can only push her if Lana isn't pushed at the same time. Well, I don't know why Finkel's in that backstage creative meeting, but he was. Don't ask me. That's just how it happens.
Yeah, well, you know, I think that Eva would become a top heel eventually. She could be a top heel.
She's got a lot of work to do. Yeah, absolutely. I think she can too. Yeah. I think she's got a great look, man. That's the thing about her. And if you haven't seen Joe Cronin's parody video of Eva, I highly recommend everybody going to joecronshow.com and checking this video out. It's ridiculous, but hilarious. One thing that he states in there is she's there because of her look. Let's face it. She's there because she is absolutely fucking gorgeous. Newsflash, so is Lana. The difference is Lana has a natural charisma and just something about her that just gets you. Eva kind of doesn't. She's developing something. There is something that makes you want to see her, but mainly you want to see her get her head chopped off. But it's very interesting to see what she's going to be able to do. She's putting in a lot of work. I didn't see a lot of improvement in her first match. I saw some, but not a whole bunch. So it's going to be interesting to see how that goes from here.
Hey, have you seen this video, up in Canada? This girl threw a fake Money in the Bank briefcase at Roman Reigns while the
I heard
match
about
was going
it, yeah. They called the cops on her ass, yeah.
Good for her.
Why good for her? Why does Roman Reigns deserve that?
Because.
And all the fans were chanting, "Throw her out."
Damn right. You know what? Good on the fans. That's
fuck
right.
Those assholes.
No, that's
just
good.
Like this
no,
guy.
that's right. Throw her to fuck. She assaulted him, Jess.
No. He didn't sell it. Was the problem?
That's right. Why didn't he sell it? I don't know. She threw a goddamn briefcase at him. Absolutely.
I think she should have thrown a brick.
Yeah. I don't know.
No, I don't know. I agree with you. I agree that you can't be doing that shit.
You can't do that.
You know?
Look, that's why I didn't have a problem when CM Punk smacked that guy. Granted, it was the wrong guy, but somebody was trying to push him down the stairs and he just swung. That's why I didn't go crazy on it. You know, it's I don't know.
I mean, with that, you got to think when these guys go into the audience, like they usually now have people with them, right?
Holy shit, this is amazing, Jesse. You are seeing that you are being hated on in the chat, right? This never happens. Who hates Jesse?
Yeah. I'm kind of enjoying this.
Nobody hates Jesse. This is amazing.
This guy does, and I love him. He's a good man.
We don't say the DR word here, but this is pretty damn funny. I honestly would take Dave Rose back over Jesse, and I hate Dave Rose. Oh my God. Poor Jesse.
You know, I'm pretty sure Dave Rose could get me on the Dark Show, so tune in.
I'm sure you can get a slot there, and all 6 people will watch and enjoy, so have fun there. We got 23 people here. 23 is bigger than 6. I win. Again. I don't know. What else you got, Mr. Kessel?
Well, the match is official. Floyd Mayweather, Andre Berto.
Oh, God, yeah. You know what? I'm glad you brought this up. I've been wanting to do a video on this specifically. Floyd Mayweather, his legacy is now cemented. Does not matter what happens in this fight. I don't care if he gets knocked out. I don't care if he wins by knockout. Doesn't matter. Floyd Mayweather is going down as the biggest coward. The biggest fucking coward in the history of boxing. This guy has handpicked his fucking opponents his entire career. He ducked Pacquiao for 5 fucking years. And I've never said that before, but this decision that he's made has made me rethink everything else I've thought about Floyd Mayweather up to this fucking point. There is so many other matches that he could have picked for his final fight that would have made so much more sense than Berto. He picked a guy that he's not going to be able to draw with, that he's going to absolutely dominate, that's not going to be able to touch him the entire fight. Well, guess what? He could have done the exact same thing with Khan, and that would have been a fucking draw because Khan wants to stab him with a goddamn rusty shank. So
he could have done it with Khan, Sean Porter, Golovkin. He could have done it with a lot more people.
Yeah, he should have done with I think Golovkin. I think he should have done with one of the younger guys. Build something for the future. Floyd Mayweather shows once again he doesn't fucking care about the sport that he arguably helped creating the downfall of. What Floyd Mayweather has done over his career is arguably the reason why boxing has suffered during his time on top. He ducks people. He handpicks his opponents. He doesn't really give a shit about the future of this sport. He gives a fuck about the future of Floyd Mayweather, which I used to kind of respect a little bit, just a tiny bit. But now, fuck this guy. He's the biggest coward to ever step between the ropes, and he makes me absolutely sick. And the shit that he says about Ronda Rousey pisses me off, too. Did you hear the shit that he said when Ronda talked about if they fought, it'd be a nice change of pace for him to get beaten up by a woman instead of the other way around?
Yeah.
Did you hear what he said?
Yeah. What was he on ESPN?
He was on ESPN, and he responds with this. He says, and he doesn't even address that. He goes, when Ronda Rousey can make $300 million in 36 seconds or 36 minutes, then give me a call. He's making direct reference to that farce of a fight with Pacquiao. What a scumbag.
I don't like that the pay-per-view is $75.
Oh,
it should just be a regular or even lower than 50.
Oh, it's his last fight. He's going for immortality. Fuck him.
I still don't believe it. I think he's gonna get 50, trying to break Rocky Marciano's record.
Oh, he'll get it. He's going for it.
Will.
There's no question. He's going to tie it at 49, and he's doing it with a goddamn tomato can of a fight. So then he's going to take something even probably weaker to 50. He's a goddamn spineless coward. Fight Pacquiao again, or fight one of these fucking young kids, or go the fuck away. Floyd Mayweather is a goddamn coward. What a fucking bum.
Yep.
You got anything else, Kessel? Because your connection sucks.
Okay. Well, I have to talk about Ultima Lucha.
God.
Come on. That was freaking amazing.
Okay,
Did you watch
I did watch it, and I'm gonna stop you right there because here's where I have a problem with it. First, absolute the worst back fucking stage segments I've ever seen in the history of wrestling. Somebody got killed, murdered, and we're supposed to fucking buy this shit? No, I don't think so. You can't blur the lines of goddamn professional wrestling any more than we already have. I buried WWE when they did the murder shit, when they murdered fucking Paul Bearer 1,000,000 times. I buried TNA when they fucking murdered Mickey James, and I'll fucking bury this bullshit too. Secondly, the over fucking violent shit. Okay. I like violence. I like blood. I like when people get set on fire. It's kind of cool, but not just for the sake of it happening. A violent spectacle is fantastic, but not just for the sake of being a violent fucking spectacle. It's absolutely insane. And it pisses me the fuck off that so many people are goddamn sucking the dick of this goddamn show, which I don't feel was that fucking good. There was a couple of good matches. I love the main event. Puma and Mil Muertes was fantastic. I think Dario Cueto needs the goddamn die of herpes. Yes, a herpes death. I don't know if it's possible, but let's find out. There's just...
You didn't think Vampiro...
No, that was horseshit.
You think Vampiro was too much?
The Vampiro match was garbage, for one. The bumps were terribly done. Vampiro should never wrestle again. That was a terrible match, and it had stupid WCW swerve twist endings all over it. It was break my arm. Get the fuck out of here. This was so. It was. Look, if you want that type of action, then please go ahead and enjoy it. Enjoy your spot fest. Enjoy your bumps that make absolutely no sense. And you know what? When these guys can't fucking wrestle when they're 40 years old, when they can't even goddamn sit up, that's on them. I'm tired of this shit. It drives me absolutely insane. I can't. If the wrestling was solid all the way throughout, I would be speaking a different fucking tune, because I feel that there is a place for all of this in wrestling. But it wasn't that. I felt that goddamn... The Johnny Mundo fucking Alberto dickhead match, it was, at times it was great. At times it was great. And then I felt it got repetitive. I loved the ending. I loved Melina coming out. I thought that was really cool. And then even that got hokey and weird. So I don't know.
And then El Patron spanking her.
Yeah, him putting Mundo through the glass, which is what Mundo did to him a few weeks ago, I didn't have a problem with. The spanking
and the Mundo
thing,
just blood pouring out of Mundo.
He did have a lot of blood pouring out of him, but I'm not. Look, I just feel that there needs to be if there's a purpose for it, if it serves a purpose, then I'm totally for it. But I felt like the entire Ultima Lucha was just gratuitous, and that was it. And I don't know. It's just not for me. Not for me. But please, go ahead. What did you like about it? I want to know what you specifically liked about it.
I mean, basically for me, maybe it's because I'm a young kid.
Mm-hmm.
I'm loving the wrestling and the spots, like the violent spots.
I don't get the wrestling. The violent spots I get, like, okay, I like the violent spots, but I don't think the wrestling is all that fantastic. I don't feel that they're technically better than any other goddamn organization. I feel that their storytelling in the ring is secondary or even third to just the goddamn violence. They go for it's ECW. They took pages out of the ECW playbook, which is fine. They're never going to get mainstream with that shit, not in this day and age. ECW couldn't get mainstream when it was accepted in the 90s. ECW ended up folding. Now, for the reasons you can make arguments that it was Paul Heyman's fault or whatever, but the fact is they went under, and so is Lucha, because they're not going to be able to adapt to the times. And I don't know how long some of these young guys are going to want to take that type of abuse on their bodies for absolutely no reason. I mean, they can go to other places and get paid considerably more money. They, especially now with the new contracts that are being accepted with NXT, if the Samoa Joe thing is a precursor to what we're going to see, where you can still take outside bookings, you just never know. This could get really interesting.
Yeah. Hey, Dave, I got one more thing. I have my sources, and I just want to know, will you be doing a fantasy football league this year?
I will be doing fantasy football, and it will be up very soon. I like to set my fantasy football drafts about 4 or 5 days before the season starts. I like to let all the injuries of the preseason kind of take their toll. But yes, there will be a Dead on Dave fantasy football league, just like there's been a fantasy football or fantasy baseball league for Dead on Dave Productions. There will be one for football as well. And you guys are invited to join up. There's going to be limited slots, though. There's not going to be a lot of slots for the viewers, because there's going to be a lot of people associated with the community who are going to be playing. So just be prepared for that. So when I put the information out there, make sure you strike or you might not get in. But it should be a lot.
I'm gonna strike. And how's it gonna feel when I win the baseball and football league?
You're not winning the baseball, douche nozzle.
I'm winning.
You're not winning.
I'm number
because,
1, baby.
Yeah, but who won last time we played?
Oh, last time we played, you did.
Exactly. It only takes one time in the playoffs, buddy. Let me tell you.
Hey, I've beaten everyone else. I'm about to beat Black Mamba, whatever. So you are the only one that I need to beat.
No, you beat me earlier in the
final
season, I
week.
believe. I think you beat me early in the season.
No, we only played once.
We only played once? That can't be right.
Yeah.
That can't be right.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think you only play everyone twice.
No, yeah, I thought we already played.
Yeah, we did. You beat me the first time. That was it.
Did I really? No, I don't think that's right.
Yeah.
That can't be right.
But then I will beat you in the final week of regular season, and I will win the championship. And then we go on to football. I will win the championship. And then if you do basketball, I will win the championship.
I don't think Dave does basketball.
No, I don't do basketball.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't do hockey either, so okay.
But yeah, you're gonna lose to me.
No.
I'm about to lose for the second time in a row, though. I just don't see me beating Shockwaves. I had unbelievable bad luck this week with my pitchers. It's unreal. Same thing last week too. But it's okay. I will say this, man. You put up an amazing amount of points. You are a really, really good team. You've put together a hell of a team. You've made some very good moves. You've kept your team scoring constantly. You've done a really good job. I got to give you props. So, it would be.
Thank you, Dave.
And I promise you this: I will have a slot for you in the football league because you have been competitive and you've been really entertaining and a lot of fun to have in this league. So you are officially the first participant in this year's 2015 Dead on Dave Productions Fantasy Football League. Woohoo! Congratulations.
Number 1 draft pick.
No, motherfucker, you're not getting number 1 draft pick. You got anything else, Mr. Kessel?
No, that was it from me today. I'll come back next week with a new character change.
Oh, God. All right.
New accent, new change.
Be Stephanie, the transvestite. The transgender Stephen Kessel, Stephanie. That's who you
I have been watching Caitlin's reality show.
Oh, God. You're what's wrong with America. Not because there's anything wrong with what she's doing. It's the fact that everyone's buying into it like it's a religion. Jesus Christ. Oops, I hung up on him. I hung up on him.
That's what you give for talking shit.
I didn't mean to hang up on him. I'm starting to fade. I'm not feeling very well.
Oh,
I might wrap this thing up. I'm having a hard time. The gaming boss, happy, scary, deep version 2. Dave is a pussy. Well, ask your mother because that's what I ate. Okay, Frenchie Ben in the WWE. It is the camera, the production that kills me sometimes. Okay.
I was just about to fucking write back to him about that. Yeah, I agree, Frenchie. But they are getting better, I think. I really do. I think you and I talked about that, Dave, since the Japan show.
Yeah, there's been a change since that Japan show. I agree. Ian Sloan, my hatred for you continues. Dave, English Premier League, indulge the darkness. No, thank you. You take your boring fucking corrupt sport and walk the fuck on. How about that? Randy Ortiz, we should bring back the draft NXT to main roster. Oof. Could happen.
You know, the draft thing, I gotta say, like that, maybe it's because I had too much talent at the time, but that's really where it all died for me years ago, was that whole drafting shit.
The first year wasn't so bad, but then it went on and on and on, and it got really stupid. But I think there should be a friggin' brand split again. Because for me,
okay.
Well, SmackDown, if you watch this week's SmackDown, it really showed what the problem is. It was like a highlight show for Raw. There was literally, there's like 3.
They always do that.
Yeah, I know, but they were like 6-7 minute segments that were, and there was like 3 of them that was just 6-minute recaps of Raw, and I'm just like, this is insane. Why are we doing this?
Yeah, you're maybe, and you know it's fun. I was just about to ask you about that right before you mentioned bringing back the brand split. I was going to ask you because I was not watching when it happened. when I came back to watching wrestling, I noticed, oh wow, they did this whole brand split. They had the belt, one belt for each show, all that shit.
Yeah.
Now, did you like that? I mean, or is it just parts about it that was good?
I like the brand split, but I don't necessarily think we need a title for each show. I think we could have one champion, and I think that's what they should do. Keep it as one champion, but the other titles they can split. Like this is how I would do it. I would have one world champion, the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. I'd keep him. I'd also keep the tag champs as just one. Then you got the U.S. title on one, the Intercontinental Champion on the other. And then you could, depending on how the women go, if you want to resplit those titles and do what they used to do, the Women's Championship on one, the Divas Championship on the other, or you just have one Women's Champion, get rid of the butterfly belt. Can we get rid of the fucking butterfly belt?
Please.
Jesus Christ, did Mariah Carey fucking develop that goddamn thing? Why do we have a butterfly belt?
That is so perfect, Dave. You're right.
It was pretty good, wasn't it?
Yeah, Mariah Carey. She came out of her womb.
And it feels like honey over my titties. Because people want me to do that for some reason. By the way, if I ever get to 10,000 subscribers, I will be pouring honey all over my titties.
Wait, how many?
10,000.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm ambitious.
Yeah, for 100. No, fucking 100.
I think I'm gonna get there. I think I'll get to 10,000.
What, 10,000?
Yeah, I think I'll get.
100. Dude, you're good enough too.
I don't know about that, but I think people are stupid enough.
What the fuck are you saying?
Well, because people are dumb, and I'm a mongoloid, and people like mongoloids. I'm fat too, and blah blah.
You're gonna get there because you either bought 100,000 subs or you're good enough to get there.
I'm not getting to 100,000. I'm gonna get to 10,000.
Oh, I thought you were saying 100,000. Okay, gotcha.
100,000. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Now, apparently we got another donation, but it did not show up on my Twitch, or I did not hear it because I was talking over it. But I believe we got another one. No, we didn't. That's just his real name. Never mind.
My buddy in the chat here, he has a good question. You know, how would wrestlers from SD fight for the WWE title if the champion is a Raw guy?
Well, because he's not going to. That's the thing. The champion would not be a Raw or a SmackDown guy. He's just the champion. He could be on both shows. That's the beauty of being the champion. You could be on both, and what you can do is 1 month it's a Raw guy who's #1 contender. 1 month it's a SmackDown guy who's #1 contender. Or hell, even at some pay-per-views, some of the throwaway pay-per-views, you could have the top guy from SmackDown who's not the champion and the top guy from Raw who's not the champion. The two #1 contenders on each brand fight each other for the right to take on the champion. So there's all kinds of matchmaking possibilities.
Okay, but couldn't they just make SmackDown better instead? Because the brand split kind of just sounds confusing anymore.
They could.
Couldn't they just make SmackDown better?
They could do that, but I think we're asking for an awful lot. These are the people that we're talking about. You know, this is who we're damn talking about. It's crazy. Oh, it looks like Dark Angel's in a fight in the chat. Here we go. Let's see what kind of draft do you do in your fantasy football league? Oh, is that question? If that question was to me, Dark Angel 595. I do a live draft. I don't do auction. It's I do it serpentine. So you're gonna get 2 picks at first and 2 picks in last. So that's how I do that. But she's getting in a fight with somebody. It's pretty funny. I don't know. I'm not a dumb jackass. I don't know what that means. I missed something, but that's okay.
I didn't see anything to start that though.
I don't know. She just kind of went off.
Oh, it's a she.
Yeah, I actually know this person.
Wow.
That's why I know it's a she.
Start harassing her now, everyone.
She's believe it or not, she's an ex-girlfriend.
Oh Jesus!
High school girlfriend. That's right.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep, that's right. I'm putting the business out there. She was one of my first girlfriends, actually.
And
good times. For the sake of both of our modesty, we'll leave it there. But I don't know. So let's see. Once SmackDown goes live, it'll be much better. Is SmackDown going live?
I really hope they do. I mean, shit. Why not, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
I think they like being able to control not just the audio, everything. I think they like the control they have having a taped show.
Yeah.
It's hard to do that on Raw, and I don't know. It costs more money, too, to go live, right?
It does. It costs a lot more money. But not only that, I think it would be beneficial, though, because SmackDown, I hate the edited shit. I can't stand it, man. I can't stand the piping in of people. It drives me fucking insane.
Oh, they've been doing that for a while, and it's bad, yeah. Oof.
It drives me nuts. I can't deal with it. Basic defensive draft. I don't know what a
Well,
basic.
I mean, it's by Joe.
Yes, yeah. That's okay. Dark Angel 595. Yes, I do not do friggin' defensive players. Yeah, it's just it's one defense and a kicker. That's it. Yeah, we're not going crazy with all of the individual defensive players. Why do that? That's insanity. I don't know if you're starting anything or not. I don't know. You said you're not a dumb jackass. I thought you were fighting with somebody. I don't know. I was trying to help you out. Kung Fu. Why-ya!
Vaughn 502 says SmackDown starts live in January.
It is starting live.
That's great.
That's great. Awesome. Dynamite drop in, Mr. fucking Adrian Brown. And I did not know that you were right about that. Good job. See, my people are smart. Ian Sloan. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. Ian Sloan has a Neville question. Holy God, who'd have thought that, right? Yes, you need to address this Neville Green Arrow. Well, it's actually the Green Arrow and Stardust, and Neville is probably going to end up being the Green Arrow's champion. Does need to happen, but I don't know. Look, as long as it's a good match, then I'm going to be somewhat satisfied. But look, I hate this entire feud. I can't. It's not even the two that are fighting that are bugging me. It's the fact that they're turning into this comic book thing that is so goddamn annoying. Be my hero. I love Cody Rhodes, and that's part of the thing. I love Stardust. I love Miss Stardust. But there's just something about this whole angle that's driving me absolutely insane, and I hate it. It makes me sick to my ass. I don't know. What do you think, Jess?
Skype just bugged out, so I just got back.
Oh.
I missed everything there for the last minute.
Oh, I talked about how I was going to defecate in your mouth.
Oh, like last Wednesday?
Like last Wednesday, exactly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm still recovering.
Well, that's all right.
No, but I believe it was about Neville, right?
Yeah. Ian Sloan having a Neville question. And he's asking about Neville and Green Arrow and that whole situation. I love Neville, and while I understand they can't push him to the top at the beginning, it'll be some time before they do, but I think that he deserves a little bit better than this weird angle with Stardust that I don't think is going anywhere of interest.
Well, okay.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, couldn't you do something for the, like for the kids or for the fucking PG crowd?
Well, that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing.
And still give us a great match, guys like us.
Well, that's what I'm hoping for, because I think those two have great chemistry together in the ring, and I think they are going to give a really good match at SummerSlam. But for me, this storyline, this whole Be My Hero thing is overshadowing it. So it's going to have to be a really fucking good match. And this whole addition of Green Arrow, the actor, Amel, whatever his name is.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I don't see it, because it sounds to me like, they're just going to dedicate the time to bullshit.
To this
not
Amel
to a real
guy.
match.
Yeah, who gives Actors do not translate well into wrestling very often, and it goes the opposite way. Wrestlers do not translate well into acting, which is the problem that I have with a lot of the things that go on in TNA and Lucha that try to make these, try to blur the lines between a wrestling program and a television situational show, like a standard freaking television show, which I don't think wrestling works like that. I think
somebody's trying to break the mold, I think, and it's so hard to do. WWE's the best at doing that, really.
Well, Jim Ross said it best, man. He said it best not that long ago. The problem with the wrestling industry right now is that there's so many people that are trying to reinvent professional wrestling. They're trying to reinvent something that's not broken because they want to be the guy that says they revolutionized the business. Wrestling is at its best when it's the way it was meant to be. One guy fighting another guy because they got some sort of beef or fighting over a title. Doesn't need to be much more complex than that. It doesn't have to be as simple as good guy versus bad guy, but having those super egos go battle out into the ring and put on these amazing displays of athleticism is what sells the product. We don't need a weird convoluted story in the back about a guy starting a weird crooked wrestling organization and then having assassins come in and breaking people out of prison and then killing somebody behind a prison. We don't need all of that. That's what's happening. No, that's Lucha. That's Lucha.
God.
And there's demons and there's mystical amulets that go on the fucking belt and they'll give you power and possibly immortality. It's fucking
I get that. That makes sense. But
that's right.
I mean, I think that's what the Divas belt was originated for.
That's right. That damn butterfly. It's a little known symbol of immortality. That's right.
Reincarnation.
That's right. The wings. They symbolize infinity. I don't fucking know.
I don't know, but that just when you were just going on about it, I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, I'm dead serious. It's fucking crazy.
They all watched like the worst, biggest over the top shit WWF ever and WWE ever did, and they're like, we got to do that. Katie Vick.
It's not even the Katie Vick stuff. See, that's more like the 1994 shit with those like the Ultimate Warrior getting buried by the Undertaker up to his neck. I mean, all that weird shit. Jake the Snake Roberts. They had all those overproduced things. It's crazy.
Did you like fucking Glacier? That's what it was. Glacier.
Look, I'm kind of a whore because I actually really did like Glacier.
I mean,
I did.
Enjoyed it a little bit, but
like over time it got retarded because it didn't go anywhere. But I like the idea of Glacier. I'm like, man, he's like Sub-Zero, and he's a martial artist. Look at him go. Oh, it's snowing in the arena. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And then it just got really weird. Then Wrath and Mortis and all kinds of weird shit happened. And
blew their load on the hype.
Yeah, and it snowed. And then we got Ernest the Cat Miller. Somebody call my mama. It was just bizarre.
Too bad I don't know my father.
That's good. That's beautiful, Jesse. That was a good one. Ian Sloan, please tell me if Jesse has a channel. No, Jesse's a slacker.
No channel, buddy.
No channel.
But maybe in the future. Who the fuck knows, right?
Maybe in the future, Jesse J will have a channel.
It'll be nothing but, death and black jokes.
Yes.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's the new definition of dark humor right there. New definition.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I don't know.
Really, though, that does mean a lot because, people ask me that and shit, and that's just really cool.
Well,
that,
most people love you to death, man.
Yeah, I think I'm warming up to this guy in here, too, as well, Oh,
yeah. Norman Smiley. We got a Norman Smiley reference in the chat. The Big Wiggle. Nice job.
Oh, Norman Smiley. Oh, my God, that's funny.
That is great.
Talk about, like, taking you back.
Yeah, it takes me back to the terribleness of Norman Smiley. Oh, God. The
right to censor. No, right to censor.
I'm just thinking now. I'm just hearing that fucking tone in my ears.
The good father.
See, that tone from Right to Censor is the same feeling I got after probably year 3 of the NWO. Every time I hear, and I'm like, oh, God.
It's just like an annoying siren.
Because it was like 25 times a show. Everybody was in the NWO. So they all had the same theme music. And it was just like, oh, my God, I'm going to kill myself. Did you hear it? Did you hear on the show I did the other day where I basically said Goldberg's run sucked?
God, I don't know. Depends on the details of why. If I remember.
It was what I said was, I'm just going back and I'm thinking about that Goldberg run, and in my opinion, looking back, it's the most overrated and overblown, ridiculous pile of shit we've ever seen. I mean, how did we buy this, man? We bury, on a weekly basis, guys like John Cena, Roman Reigns, for being a hell of a lot less hokey and terrible in the ring than fucking Goldberg was. Goldberg, who's next? And his intensity, that's what's supposed to be the it factor? Really? That's what's going to buy it when this guy couldn't fucking do jack in the goddamn ring? He was awful.
I mean, I'm not saying he wasn't a good worker or anything, but maybe his intensity when he when he actually did hit people or hit spears. I mean, was that it? Maybe
I don't know. Look, I bought into it when I was a kid. I was all about it. I was like, Goldberg is the reason why WCW will win this war. I mean, that's where I was.
I was already in WWF, so I thought, oh, this is just a rip off of Stone Cold. So fuck this. I never watched. But
yeah, I mean, like Bill Goldberg, he doesn't have a charisma about him where you want to hear him talk, because even when he's being the real Bill Goldberg, he's an asshole. He's just a dick, and he doesn't have anything interesting to fucking say. I've tried listening to his podcast. I've listened to his interviews. I can't stand the guy. He really is just a terrible human being. I cannot stand him. And
you guys come off like a big asshole, I will say. Yeah.
He is. He's just a complete fucking dick. And I get the fact, and Adrian Brown is right about this, that his appeal was that he was a homegrown guy. In some respects, it's true. But really, I mean, I don't know how big of an appeal that they didn't really pump him up as that guy. He just became this. He was the man. He was the biggest thing in wrestling because of why. I cannot tell you as to why.
I guess what flavor it was. Oh, he comes in, he dominates. He comes in, 400 million fucking pins in 3 months. Whatever. I guess it was a different time. I mean, it was so hot.
But we would never buy that now. We would never buy that now.
No.
But is it because we got that from him? Look, we had that before. It's not like he was the first. There was a time when Andre the Giant fucking only wrestled matches like that, where a lot of his matches were less than a minute.
It's because we've already got and we've seen it all.
But we've seen it before then as well. I mean, Vader worked those type of matches for a long time. We've seen those things in the past, but for some reason, when Goldberg did it in the time that he did it in, it just something about it captivated everybody. Who's next ruled the fucking world. And I look back on it now, being the mark that I was for him, and I was, because I bought it hook, line, and fucking sinker. I can't figure out why now. And I'm still I still have the same wrestling sensibilities as I did back then. And I cannot wrap my head around it, and why I don't give a fuck he ever comes back to the WWE. I don't care if I ever see him wrestle.
Oh God,
again.
why would he? Please don't.
Oh, we hear about it every 5 or 6 months. It starts getting teased again. And then he makes this stupid tease about how he's going to go to MMA. He's not going to do anything.
You're not seeing Punk, dude. No one's gonna give a shit if you do. Well,
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe actually people would care, but it's just that doesn't work, dude.
He's
you just want publicity.
45. Who the fuck gives a shit? What is he gonna do?
Yeah.
What is he gonna do?
Ring boy.
There's some people want to talk about the building of a character too, and that's what they with Goldberg. In some respects, that's true. They did build a character with him, but they didn't build it as much as who we got on the first day is he didn't ever develop. And I think that's ultimately why Goldberg did end up failing, is because Goldberg never developed a character to go along with his persona. You know what I mean? He had the persona of this ultra badass, which is great. And that's probably what people bought into. He was in this intense badass that just went through everybody. And that Hulk Hogan moment where he pinned Hogan in the Georgia Dome or whatever in Atlanta. It's one of the greatest moments I've ever seen in wrestling. I absolutely love it. But he didn't ever develop a character. He never developed as time went on. He was just who's next? Who's next? Who's next? I'm going to kick Bret Hart.
Oh, God. I got two things. Well, Frenchie Ben said it was his entrance that was over.
His entrance was over. That's right.
And I have a question for you. When was his biggest, when was he really the biggest? Was it 97, 98? When exactly?
98 was that was the year.
Okay, so in 98, you had that. And, I think that the other thing, both companies were so hot and wrestling was so hot at the time that, if you didn't watch both of them, you still damn sure heard about both of them, and you were at least interested enough to change the channel now and again. So you know what I mean? Wrestling was over. Period.
It was the industry. I think that you're onto something there, because in school, you went to school the next day. It's all anybody was talking about. You heard
everyone had a fucking wrestling shirt. If you didn't, you were a fucking loser.
That's true. And I saw. Yeah, I think you might be right. I think it was more about the time period than it was. But you know what? We've said this before. We had the same thing last week. We talked about Hogan and could somebody else did what he did, and we both agreed no, it was Hogan, that guy who really was able to pull that character off. So really, could somebody else been the Bill Goldberg without being Bill Goldberg? That's where I think the difference is. Because Hulk Hogan being played by Terry Bollea is an interesting fucking guy who was able to draw people into his character, and he constantly developed. Sure. He was willing to go on, if it was meaning making himself look ridiculous, if it was turning on the fans. Remember, he came in as a friggin' heel. Let's not forget that. Fucking Blassie and stuff. Let's not forget that shit.
The skyscraper, brother.
So there's all of that. Remember, he had a very good career in Japan. People forget that as well.
I've never seen any of that. I've heard of that though.
He was a 2-time champion there, man. He held a couple different titles in Japan. He was actually.
So you could say he put in his work. Then
he put in his work. Absolutely. Goldberg kind of didn't. He just kind of stepped into this.
He even says that he goes, I rubbed elbows with a few guys.
Yeah.
You know.
He got lucky. He had a great look, and then he had this rocket up his ass, and people bought into it. But I think why it started to die down, and it's not just because of the poor booking with Nash and Hall and the stupid stun gun. It was because there was no substance to Goldberg, and I think that was starting to be displayed. I think he was starting to get exposed. Now, we got the Studhoff, whatever, developing a character. What's Roman Reigns' character? We're not talking about Roman Reigns right now. Well, what is Roman? I've never defended Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, he's Roman Reigns. He's just hot. He's just a good-looking guy.
I'll say something about Roman. He looks like, I got a feeling he's got passion and likability, at least.
Yeah. Well, see, I think there is something there more with Roman, and I think he's been showing that more lately, and he's nowhere near as bad in the ring as Goldberg was. Jesus Christ. Goldberg couldn't do anything correct. He was Eva Marie. He was Eva Marie before Eva Marie was fucking Eva Marie.
Oh, God. If anybody out there can Photoshop Eva Marie's hair on his head.
How good is that? All right, let's bring in a caller here. We're getting ready to wrap up. Adrian Lopez. Hey, you've been killing in the chat tonight. You've been doing a really good job. So here's your reward. You're live with Dead on Dave and Jesse J. What do you got?
One hell of a beard.
What up, Jet? Oh, thank you very much. What's up, Jesse?
What's going on, man?
What's up, Dave?
What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
All right, man. Here, enjoying my Sunday morning.
Nice. What you got for me, buddy?
Yeah. Well,
okay, this is an Undertaker question.
Uh-oh.
He got pinned.
Will we ever see the American Badass back?
I think we'll let Mark answer that. Well, let me tell you something, Adrian. I will never be the American Badass again because nobody's afraid of a 50-year-old biker. Rest in peace.
Motherfucker.
No, I don't think we'll ever see it. We could. They did tease it. I mean, Michael Cole did tease the last ride thing last week. I don't know if that's WWE just trolling the fans because we've heard so much about that story. They have been doing that, but it could be legit too. But I don't see the point of it.
Because I was reading an article the other day that I think it was that guy from Limp Bizkit. They asked him to perform at next year's WrestleMania, and he declined because they had kicked him out of a. They kicked him out. I think it was a SummerSlam last year that he flipped.
Oh, because yo, dude, I was there. Was 2012. I remember that I was there. He fucking. They really kicked him.
Why he declined WWE?
Who kicked it? What do you mean kicked him out?
WWE kicked him out of the SummerSlam because he flipped off the camera. He said that in an interview.
Oh Jesus, that's great.
I don't know. I guess it could happen. I just don't. Why would you put American Badass Undertaker, the least popular version of that character that nobody fucking liked except Tommy C? Why? Why would
Blitz.
you? Yeah, and Bruce. Why would you do that for WrestleMania 32 in Texas? Presumably his last match. Why do that? Makes no sense to me.
What if there was a new incarnation? What if there was like some new incarnation of him?
I don't think they need to do that. The Undertaker sells himself.
Where are these fucking rumors coming from, and why?
Because there's a bunch of hack fucking writers like me who think that they know something. That they just write things.
But didn't it start somewhere with any kind of credible fucking...
No, the first credibility that we got was Michael Cole teasing the last ride thing last week. And that happened after weeks of hearing about the American Badass return.
It all started...
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Adrian. You're the guest.
Yeah, go for it.
Thank you very much. No, it's because when I started watching wrestling, I started watching wrestling when that was the Brock Lesnar and the Undertaker back in 03. When they had the biker chain match.
Oh God.
I was in love with that Undertaker. That's the reason why I want American Badass back.
Oh God.
With the Kid Rock theme music and the Limp Bizkit, you know.
I actually like the the friggin' Kid Rock theme that he had before that. I am American Badass. I like that better than the keep rolling, rolling, rolling. What? I hated that.
Rolling.
Yeah, and they had to edit out most of the goddamn song. Y'all know you be loving it. Shit right here. L-I-M-P. Biscuit is right here. I can't remember the rest of the words, but I was getting going. Because if you don't care, then we don't care. What the fuck? Fred Durst is a douche.
Shut the fuck up.
Back the fuck up while I fuck this track up. Oh, God. You know, we're scraping the bottom of the barrel if we're going to Durstisms.
Yeah, oh my God.
I feel like we're in Oliver. Can I have some more, sir? More? There is no more. I've got nothing left. I'm dying a terrible death here, people. If you didn't catch the beginning of the show, I made a serious medical revelation about myself. I went to the doctors after not feeling good for days to find out that I have a tragic and incurable case of vaginitis. Yes, the doctors told me I have to blow this clitty litter out of my vagina. And it has to happen now or I'm going to die. Because I actually considered not doing this show today because I had a little pain in my hip, a little pain in my groin, a little pain in my brain. But let me tell you guys something. Let me tell you this, Adrian Lopez. Dead on Dave does not disappoint. I get up like nobody else because I have the power that you guys give me. It's called the power of the microphone, and I appreciate all the support that you guys always give me. So unless I'm dying of fucking brain hemorrhoids, I'm never leaving, and I'm going to keep on keeping on, and I'm going to blow that friggin' clitty litter right out of my crack and get on this microphone and talk with all you crazy mofos because it's what I love to do. You guys give me purpose. To not sound too hokey, you guys give me purpose. Fuck my family. You guys give me purpose. My priorities are fucked up. Adrian Lopez, you got anything else?
Yeah, just one final question.
Yes, sir.
Will we see Rollins and Cena at SummerSlam?
More than likely. Unless Cena's head gets chopped off, I don't see him missing it.
Oh, shit, I thought you said... I was thinking WrestleMania. I'm, thinking way ahead now. I broke your nose, John.
We could see it at WrestleMania too. I mean, it looks like it. I'm
they
hearing.
Always harken back to this. This was like such a good thing, you know.
It was. I'm hearing a lot of rumors that this is going to be a long-term rivalry, but long-term can mean it's done by the end of the year. That's a pretty damn
be Royal
long
Rumble,
feud.
yeah.
A Survivor Series, even. I don't know. I don't know if they can go all the way till Mania. I think people would fucking revolt and kill people. But
well, I've seen it takes time off. I'm sure they could, but that's not it.
It's all good.
If he's, yeah.
All right, Dave.
Hey, great call, Adrian. And you know what? Great job in the chat tonight, bud.
Thank you very much, sir.
Take it easy, buddy.
All right, bud.
The T-Soft said, I'll take my dislike back. Sorry, Dave. You did nothing wrong. Jesse is the one who sucks. Why do I like that someone finally hates you?
I do too.
Why does it give me so much joy?
It's invigorating. I mean, that's probably because everybody gives you so much shit.
I do get a lot of shit. But not from these guys on Cronin's show. Yeah, I think people do love me. Come on, how can you not love me?
It's like a Mamba thing. You fucking suck, Dave. I love you.
I fucking love you. That guy gave me more shit than anybody else, and now he's like one of my friggin' best people that calls in. I love Mamba. He's great. Hey, just so you guys know, and Jesse put it in the chat, and I'm going to go ahead and reiterate because this is one of the main advantages of having this show is it serves as a lead for my good friend over at Shuffling Point, Tommy C. If you like hockey, and even if you don't, if you just like sports and you want to hear sports talk, but with no stupid douchey bullshit, you want to hear some real fans, real guys talk about sports, talk about hockey, talk about what they're passionate about, and in my opinion, do it better than anybody else in YouTube for hockey, man. I really believe that. That is not bullshit. Go check out Shuffling Point with Tommy C, friggin' Jake Link, Jeff Huffman, Matt Kazar. You will not be disappointed. Go check that shit out and tell them Dave sent you. Go throw them a like, throw them a sub. Absolutely fantastic channel. You'll find something that you like there. Go check my boy out. And thank you for putting that in the chat, Jess. And Jesse died. So that's about all I've got here. We got 5 minutes left. So let's go ahead and give the show a rating. We're going to do something different, something we don't normally do. What I want everybody to do in the chat is, out of a 10, give today's episode on Dead on Dave Live. Yes, I know I'm walking a dangerous line. Give today's episode of Dead on Dave Live a rating 1 to 10. Tell me what you think. What can Dave do to be better? Should Jesse eat fire while we're doing the show? Should we bring in prostitutes? You tell me what we can do to make the show better. Let me know.
I give you a 10, Dave, but Jesse was on the show, so I give you a 9.
I give you a 9.7. Jesse took away 0.3 of a point. And by the way, if you guys didn't hear the announcement earlier, we are moving starting next week. Dead on Dave Live will no longer be on Sundays from 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. No, it will be on Saturdays, 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Saturday. That is what we're doing. So, the ratings are coming in, Jess. Here we go. Rick Bad Boy, 8 out of 10. Jesse is cool. D the T-Soft. Jesse sucks out of 10. Ian Sloan, 8.5 out of 10. Alex Williams, 7.5 out of 10. It looks like we're getting a mainly positive reaction, Jess, and I'm going to say it's because of you.
Well, thanks.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to have to make T-shirts.
Frenchie Ben, 9.25 out of 10 for Dave. Woo! Thank you, Frenchie. I love Frenchie Ben.
Me too. He's my favorite.
He makes my nipples hard. He really does. Adrian Brown, 8.5 out of 10. Frenchie Ben, 8.75 out of 10 for Jesse.
Oh, man.
Corey McGinnis, 7. Mr. Jason, 915. Tommy C is an a-hole.
Is that out of 10?
Out of 10. I don't know. Oh, God. Oh, this was a fun show.
Oh, God. My mom says I'm a 10 out of 10 for an asshole.
You are a perfect 10 all the time. Look, I kind of want to end the show on a serious note, and this is heartfelt, and this is not me trolling everybody this time. This is deathly serious. I've had a bad couple of days pain-wise, man. For those of you guys who don't know, and I don't like to talk about it too much, but I got hurt when I was in the Army. I got hurt in Iraq, and I got medically retired, and I gained a lot of weight. And, I'm sitting here, and I'm in Germany, and I'm fucked up, and blah, 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 blah. But I have chronic pain. I have a spinal cord stimulator implanted into my spine that helps me regulate my pain levels. And it doesn't always work because I've had it for 8 years, and it's just one of those weird pseudosciences. But it does do the job. It helps me walk and all that bullshit, whatever. But the last couple of days, it's been really bad. I'm not sleeping well. I've been really having a hard time. And I really did think about not doing the show today just because it's been rough. But you guys give me this platform to speak, and I know that knowing that you guys are here to want to hear me talk and want to fuck around in the chat and have a good time, it really does mean the world to me. And I'm not being hokey. I really do mean it. I love you guys so much. You guys have become an extended family of mine. This microphone, this show, these people that I work with, that I do this stuff with, really does give me a reason for just getting through the daily grind that I have. So thank you guys so much. I mean that the bottom of my friggin' heart. Now go into the damn description box and donate to my channel. But that's all I've got. Jesse, I love you. You're a beautiful human being. Dave has a spinal vaginal implant.
Oh my god. No, sorry, I was fucking on mute. Nah, dude.
Did you? So you were doing what? You were playing Galaga while I was pouring my heart out. What the fuck?
To be honest, I was working out, but whatever.
You were working out. You can't work out.
Yeah.
What were you doing?
Oh, nothing ever works out. Let me tell you.
Let me tell you something, brother.
Oh god.
But I love you, Jess.
Love you too, man.
Thanks
you guys,
for being
you
here,
know, it's
man.
funny. My situation's a lot like yours, except I'm a pussy and didn't go to the army.
Oh, dude, no. Yours is way worse than mine. We'll share sob stories another day. We got a minute left here. We got to get off.
I was just trying to say though that it's the same thing goes for me with all you guys and with Dave and all these guys that we work. I work with here. It really does help. I mean, especially on the worst of days, pain wise and everything. It means a lot to see your guys' comments and just know, we help you guys, you help us as far as, get each other through another day.
Yeah, you guys are my distraction. I know that Jesse looks at it the same way. You're my distraction. You're my reason for really putting as much time and effort in this. And I was not planning on doing 2 hours today, but I just got into it. You guys were awesome. I had a great time. Jesse, you were awesome. Thank you guys for joining us once again right here on Dead on Dave Productions. Now go over to Tommy C. Shot from the Point. Go on over there and tell him that Dave sent you. And throw him a like and a subscribe if you haven't done that yet. Other than that, I'm out. I'm Dead on Dave. That's Jesse J. Like, subscribe, and share. And as always, if you don't have talent, have talented friends. We'll see you next time. Peace.